4. Charlie. 2 weeks after the argument is my penultimate exam, music. A Friday. I don't think about anything except my exams for the entire week. Well, except the fact that I can't remember the last time I spent 2 days away from Nick, let alone 2 entire weeks. God. Do I need to start trying to get over this? Because I have no idea how people do that. Nick is the best and most important person I have ever met. God. I go out with my friends that evening, just to Simply Italian for a big end of exams celebration meal, even though my last exam isn't until next Thursday. I try to have fun and laugh at people's jokes and talk about how horrible exams were, but everything's fake. I don't want to laugh at anything. I want to go home and sit in bed and do nothing. Tao's on my left. He's laughing and joking with the rest of our friends, but I can tell he's joining in to hide how sad he is about Elle. How did they decide to break up? Did they just agree it'd be for the best, or did they have a big argument, like me and Nick? I don't want to bring it up and upset Tao more. On my right is Alid. He stays quiet for most of the evening, as he often does. But as we're all sorting out who's paying what, he says, "Charlie?" And I look at him, and I see genuine concern in his eyes. "Have you spoken to Nick at all?" he asks. Word of our argument has spread everywhere, obviously. "No," I say, trying to keep any and all emotion out of my voice. "So, is that it then?" His voice is almost a whisper. "Have you, broken up?" "Yeah." I realise that this is the first time I've said it. I've been distracting myself up until this point, but now I don't have revision to distract me anymore. And there it is. We've broken up. "Yeah, I think so." Alid looks at me for a long moment. "I'm so sorry." "Not your fault." "No, but..." He shakes his head. "You're Nick and Charlie." I laugh. What does that mean? It's... He laughs too, a nervous expulsion of air. It's hard to explain. It's like if you had to provide evidence for soulmates, everyone would pick you too. I snort. There's no such thing as soulmates. Maybe, but you two present a pretty convincing argument. If we were, he wouldn't have broken up with me. Is that actually what happened? I stare at Alid. I've never heard him so assertive. I don't know how to answer. Did he actually say, "Charlie, I want to break up with you"? I frown. Well, no, not exactly. But he didn't say, "I don't want to break up." But obviously he wouldn't have said that. What? If he thought you were trying to break up with him, he's not going to start protesting against it. If he thought you didn't love him anymore, he wouldn't make it difficult for you. He'd just be heartbroken. Well, he's an idiot then. Alid laughs. Exactly. 2 idiots in love. Couple goals. Great, thanks. Someone interrupts us to see whether Alid sorted out what money he owes. I really want to believe what he's saying. That Nick never wanted to break up. Maybe it's time to find out. As soon as I get home, I sit down at the breakfast bar where Tori is sitting with her laptop and a large glass of diet lemonade. She turns to me. You look at least 200% more cheerful than you have been collectively in the past 2 weeks, she says. I need to talk to Nick. Like, soon. She throws her hands into the air. Jesus Christ, finally, revelation of the century. I swivel on the stool. But also, I really don't want to. Yeah, you've had your tantrum time, okay? You're a year 13 now. Not till September. I always count it from the last day of the year before. Well, I don't. She takes a long sip of lemonade, then points violently at the door. Go talk to him, you giant child. Oh my God, fine. I get up from the breakfast bar and wander towards the door, but Tori speaks just as I'm about to leave. By the way, I found this stuffed between the sofa cushions. She picks up something next to her and holds out Nick's disposable camera. Is it yours? I take it from her. Oh, that's Nick's. Oh, he might want it back then. Yeah. I walk slowly out of the room. The number on the tiny screen at the back is at 0. I didn't even know Nick had taken that many pictures. When did he take them all? He could only have left the camera here 2 weeks ago while we were getting ready for the party, and I didn't see him take any then, so it must have been the day before that. And that's when I know exactly what I'm going to do. Straight after my shift at the cafe on Saturday morning, I speed walk to Boots to get the film developed. I have absolutely no idea what's on it, but I figure there might be something I can send Nick. I don't know whether that'll help anything. But a picture speaks 1,000 words, I guess, blah, blah, blah. Something cheesy and romantic. Yep, cool. I arrive at Boots and it turns out I have to wait an hour for them to develop the photos, so I wander around town with my umbrella over my head. I buy an Oreo dairy milk bar from a newsagent's because Nick's obsessed with them. Then I sit down on a bench and take out my phone, balancing my umbrella on my shoulder. And then I see I have a text from Tao. I open it immediately. Tao Zhu, 1534. Hey Charlie, I know the past few weeks have been kind of awful for both of us because of stuff with Elle and Nick, but I wanted you to be the first to know that me and Elle are getting back together. We talked about it some more and we're both shit scared about being long distance, but deciding to break up was a mistake. We both still love each other so much, haha. So we want to at least try to make it work. My heart nearly thumps out of my chest. Tao and Elle made a mistake. They're getting back together. Charlie Spring, 1552. OMG, I'm so happy for you. I know you two are good together. Tao Zhu, 1554. Also, I'm sorry if me and Elle caused some weird drama between you and Nick, and I really hope it's cool between you guys soon. And if this is at all helpful, I saw Nick quickly as he was leaving Harry's and he was really upset about it. Like, I'm pretty sure there's no way he wants to actually break up with you. I read the message several times before replying. Charlie Spring, 1552. It's definitely not your fault. I'll keep you updated. I don't really want to break up either, haha. And that sort of makes me feel a bit better. Just saying it out loud. I do not want to break up with Nick. After that, I wander back to Boots to pick up the photos. I don't look at them until I'm on the bus home. The first photo is the one Nick took of me when I found him in the box fort on the last day of school. I look sort of bewildered. My eyes are all wide and my mouth half open, and it's not a terrible photo. It's nice because it looks natural, I guess. The second is the one Harry took when we weren't looking, and it doesn't look half as awkward as I thought it was going to. We're standing on the grass with our hands touching, just sort of looking at each other like we've come to a pause in conversation, the grass at our feet and the trees overhead looking so bright in the sun. It's kind of arty. Harry would probably be very pleased with himself. The third is the one I took of Nick, and it is a terrible photo. I laugh out loud. It's hilarious, actually. He's mid-blink. He'll probably throw it in the bin as soon as he sees it. And the fourth one is the selfie we took together. Nick's arm around my shoulders and our heads together, both of us smiling. A little lens flare from the sunshine falling across Nick's chest. I look at that one for a while. That Thursday was such a lovely day. I wish the past 2 weeks had been as lovely as that day. There are a few after that still at school, several of Nick with his year 13 friends, and even a couple just of the school building itself, as if Nick just wants to remember what it looks like. And then there's the one of me in Nick's car, sitting with my legs tucked up on the seat, my sunglasses on, scrolling through my phone. It's nice. I hardly ever see pictures of me like this. They're almost always selfies or posed photos with friends. The bus jolts suddenly, and the photos fall off my lap onto the seat next to me. I slam my hand down on them before they fall on the floor, but they've all spread out like playing cards, and one photo catches my eye. It's me, asleep in Nick's bed. The streetlights outside send a soft orange glow through the thin curtains behind me. My hand is curled next to my face, and my hair has gone all messy and pushed to one side. I don't know when he took this one. I think I fell asleep before him, but I honestly can't remember. Maybe it's kind of a weird picture to take, but I can understand why Nick took it. I'd take a picture of him if he looked like that in my bed. God, that sounds creepy, doesn't it? I don't care. As I flick through the rest of the photos, I start to realise that they're all sort of like that, all tinged purple and blue and orange, muted colours, a little blurry, like Polaroids at an art school exhibition. Me stretched out on his bed on his laptop. Me lying on the lounge floor with my arms around his border collie, Nellie. Me attempting to give his pug, Henry, a piggyback. Me several steps ahead in the field behind his house when we took the dogs for a walk. Me standing at the top of a hill, holding out my arms. I remember him taking that one. Me giving him side-eye as I caught him trying to take a picture of me against the view, the sunlit horizon and the fields and the river. A selfie of us together? A selfie of us with me holding Henry up so he could be in it too. A selfie of us making stupid faces. Back at his house, a blurred close-up of me laughing from when he'd thrust the camera at my face. The light gets darker, bluer. A photo of me curled up on the lounge sofa, the TV screen illuminating the tips of my hair. Me cross-legged on his bed in just my t-shirt and boxers, pointing at the camera, smiling. And then the one of me asleep. There are so many of just me. Me. Nick just took a ton of photos of me. Nick's not a hugely creative person. He's never been interested in photography or art or anything like that. I think he just took them because he wanted to remember what this was like. What our life is like now. Chilling round each other's houses, going on walks, eating together, sleeping together. It sounds boring, but it's so wonderful. It is. I feel myself tear up just looking at our life together. I love this. I love us. I love our weird, boring life. I take my phone out of my pocket and take a picture of our stupid face selfie in the field. I send it to Nick.